It's Brian Paragamian, senior trader as well as co-founder of ProfessionalStockTraderLive.com, bringing to you Monday evening's technical analysis video final. I think the stock market again dodged another bullet here on the short term. As we can see here, the Dow Jones closed up 38 points. We were up 150 points at one time, only to see the Dow go into the negative by some 40 points or so. We're going to come back to the well one more time and illustrate the Dow Jones industrial average and the Dow Jones transportation average, because we think it's very crucial. Again, below 2909 on the Dow transports, we think danger may loom. Today's low is 2920. We actually sent out an alert email to alert our members that to be on the lookout for a potential break, or at least to make them aware where the Dow transports were. Again, the Dow transports put in a low back at the end of November, on November 21st of 2909. And on that same particular day, the Dow Jones Industrial Average put a low in at 74.49. So if you're having the Dow transports breaking those lows, I think that is a warning sign of what's to come on the Dow Jones. Now, fortunately, we held together today. We rallied back, closed up 38 points on the Dow, and we were satisfied with that. As you can see here, again, we're appearing to building a nice base in here, and I think the next move is going to be a meaningful move of 500 points. And if we break down below here, unfortunately, I think we're going to go visit the lows. If we can take out this trend line, which we sort of kind of did today, we could have something going to the upside. And we kind of slightly took out this trend line here, not by a lot, but we pierced through it. You might not be able to see it here as clearly, but if we redraw this line, let's go ahead and do that. If we go ahead and put this in its proper perspective here, you can see now, if I zoom in on this, that we did penetrate this downtrend line, and we did actually close above it. So we have to be constructive as we are, and we are long the DDM, David, Mary, and we are using stops accordingly down at the 2610 area, and we think the 2610 is a proper stop, and we kind of think that's going to coincide with a break on the Dow Jones transportation as well. So again, please be on the lookout. Put the Dow transports up on your screen. We think it's very important that it's a warning sign and a danger sign if we start breaking below 2909 in earnest. A slight break by a couple of points, not a big deal. But if you start seeing it take out 2900 and accelerating, then I think the cake has been baked for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and that it will eventually then go down and retest its lows. Now, you could have a divergence where the Dow transports goes down and the Dow does not go down and take out its lows, but our thought is that the Dow transports take out the lows, that the Dow is headed down as well. Now let's take a look at Amazon, which is the stock we're going to look at, and we may look to get short at some point in here. And let's just zoom in on this picture here a little bit. We're looking at a stock right now that's oversold on the stochastics. But we'll still go with this even if the break occurs. And what break are we talking about? You can see here that we've kind of got a head and shoulders top formation. You've got the head up here. And let me go ahead and get out a little drawing tool here to better illustrate this here for you. Yeah, let's pick out a color here. Let's pick out this green color. As you can see, we've got a head right up in here. We've got a right shoulder over here. And we've got a longer elongated shoulder over here. So as we start taking out the neckline, which is this yellow line right in here, as we start taking out this neckline, and let me get rid of that, as we start taking out this neckline right here, as it extends across, this is going to be a breakdown from a head and shoulders top, and the break comes below 47.50. Now, we are still several points away from that price point. In fact, we closed today at 49.63. So we're a couple points away from that. It actually closed down on the day today, Amazon. But if we also look here on this right-hand chart, we're almost near breaking below the 50-day, which comes in at 47.5 to 48. If we see that, we're looking for lower prices. And let's zoom in on this just a little bit further here. And as you can see here, despite Google coming out with better than expected earnings, despite Google rallying, look how Amazon is just sitting on top of this 50-day. And we think a break below this 50-day sets the stock in motion to the downside. So we would definitely have Amazon on your limit minder for a potential short sale coming here. Now, obviously, if the stock market rallies, this may rally along with it, but we'll have to watch and see how it acts in rallies. And when it's put on the defense, we'll have to see if the stock wants to try and break down. So that's when we definitely would take a look at playing from the short side in the coming sessions. The other thing we want to talk about is gold continued to rally today. Although you see here gold closing up $7 on the day, we can see here how the XAU reversed. It closed down 134. And we actually talked about how Royal Gold was kind of lagging today, and how we kind of thought that even though gold itself was up today, we thought that the gold stocks could have been shorted intraday. We did not short them, but we did mention that on our update that it looked like they were kind of a little toppy and a little spiky over the last couple days. So we'd look for some more consolidation in gold before it really moves and puts another big leg into the upside. Probably here on the short term, 920 to 930 would really cap it off as far as how far it could run here on the very, very short term. So we look for some consolidation in gold before it looks to put another leg up to the upside. Again, we think the market is poised to rally in here. We think it is oversold enough. Enough indicators have turned positive. We've got enough tape action, we think, that suggests that we're going to rally. We actually do have the Fed's decision on interest rates coming here, and I can't recall, is that on, well, that's on Wednesday. That's on Wednesday, the Fed's decision on interest rates. So, yeah, it's tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. It just slips my mind here. I believe it's always on a Wednesday. So, we're going to take the stance that we are long the stock market here. In fact, we're long DDM with the stop 1 point below where it's currently trading, 27.16 it closed at. We're going to stay along the stock market, and we're going to look for the market to stabilize in here and start to move back to the upside. But again, remember, 2909 on the Dow transports, that is a warning sign if we start taking that out. So please keep your eye on that, because we certainly are. And a break below 2909 in a significant way will definitely turn us from a cautiously optimistic and cautiously bullish standpoint to a bearish standpoint. Even though we're oversold, that will turn us into a bearish stance. So again, that's it. Please take a look at the other trading ideas that we'll have posted on the site. And we thank you for listening, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 8:20 for those of you that can join us. Have a good evening.